Hmm. Oh boy, that's good. And I need it. Oh, goodness gracious. If there were ever a day that I needed a good cup of coffee in the morning, hmm, today would be the day. Today would be the day of all the days that I really need a good cup of coffee. And a little Adishittu too, or Adishittu? Nem. Uh, uh, Adish. Kitchi Adish. A little sweet. Uh-huh. Hmm. Oh my goodness gracious. What a day. What a day. What a day. What a day. Oh my goodness. So, who's saying hello? Christina. Hello, Christina. So finally, after all of these after all of these drone flights that I've done, you know, the Great Ocean Road, the Airlie Beach, condolences on the drone. I know, you know, after all of these things that I've done, of all the places that I crashed by drone, a place called Dangar Dangar Falls. I think that's the name. Dangar Falls. Yeah, Dangar Falls. Good afternoon, Tom. Good afternoon, Paula. Hmm. Good morning. So, I'll tell you the story. I just got off the phone. I just got off the phone with State Farm Insurance. When I came on this trip, I went to State Farm and I took all my stuff, my camera, my laptop, my gimbal, my all of my stuff, you know. I took all of my stuff down to State Farm and I sat there in this guy's office for about an hour and he was photographing all of my stuff because remember when I went to Portugal and my stuff got stolen? Okay, remember I go to Portugal and my stuff got stolen and it wasn't covered? Okay? Well, it wasn't going to happen to me a second time. So when I was getting ready to come down to Australia, I took all my stuff down to the State Farm office and I said, "Here's my stuff. I want it covered." So he tediously went through and photographed everything, described everything, checked to see if things were covered, you know, all that kind of stuff. Serial numbers, everything. So this morning or last night, I sent a link to my State Farm agent and I said, "Here's the drone footage." I said, "My drone crashed." I said, "And I've caught it on tape. There's no dispute. It crashed." And I said, "I caught it on tape, you know?" So I woke up this morning and he sent me a toll-free number to call State Farm. He said, "Call this number in the morning. Here's your claim number," or something like that, your policy number. So this morning, I wake up and I call State Farm. I get the nicest lady on the phone from Arizona. And she says, "You want to file a claim?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I lost my drone." And she said, "You lost your drone? The Mavic Pro True that's on your policy, the Mavic Pro? You lost that drone?" I said, "I did." I said, "It's gone." And she said, "What happened?" And I said, "Well, it's kind of an interesting story." I said, "I wanted to go and film. I hadn't flown my drone in a little while. And I wanted to go and I heard about this cool place called Dangar Falls or something like that. It's a waterfall. And I went across and long story short, I launched my drone up and I'm flying it all around this waterfall and over this gorge and everything. And next thing I know, I start thinking about this woman named Silvana. And the state farm agent says, "Who's Silvana?" And I said, "Oh, it's this woman that I'm just crazy about in Australia." And she said, "Okay, so go on. So you're flying your drone and you're thinking about Silvana." And I said, I was. I said, she's always on my mind. And she said, she must be beautiful. And I said, oh, she's beautiful. She's really, really beautiful. And she said, so go on, what happened with the drone? And I said, well, I start thinking about Savannah, and next thing I know, I fly the drone into a tree on the other side of the mountain, on the side of a cliff. I fly the drone into a tree. So anyway, long story short, after going back and forth with them, she asked me, she said, okay, so you've got the video. She said, you have the video of crashing the drone. Do you have any video? Do you have any pictures of this woman named Silvana? And I said, I do, as a matter of fact. I said, why do you ask? And she said, well, she's part of the claim. If you're saying that, the reason you crashed your drone was because you were thinking of some woman named Silvana, we've got to add that to the claim. And I said, okay. I said, I'll I'll send you the pictures. So I emailed her the pictures and I said, did you get them? And she said, yeah, I got the pictures. She said, wow, she's beautiful. She's really beautiful, Tom. And I said, yeah, she is. I said, now you can understand why I crashed the drone, because I was thinking of Savannah. I didn't have my mind focused on where I was flying and what I was doing. She said, well, I can certainly understand that. She said, just hold on a moment. She said, we'll get back to you. Okay. She said, let me talk to my supervisor. So she comes back and she tells me, she says, well, my supervisor wants to know if you've ever made love to Silvana. And I said, what kind of question is that to ask me? That's a rather personal question. Have I ever made love to Silvana? And the supervisor, she said, my supervisor was thinking that, if you crashed the drone thinking about Silvana and you've never even made love to her, and we cover you on this thing, and then you buy another drone and you go to get this other drone, and then it turns out that you end up making love to the Silvana, then you'll be in the high risk category, because we can't imagine that you would ever be able to fly a drone again, in such circumstances. So anyway, they long story short, they're sending me a check for the drone. They're sending me ACH. They're doing a bank transfer. It'll be in my account. That'll be in my account tomorrow. But they told me, they said they're only doing it because I've never physically met Silvana. So they told me that if I ever meet her, if I add the drone back to my policy and I ever meet her again, or if I ever meet her, then it's gonna nullify the coverage on the drone. So it's a crazy world. It's like it reminds me, like, as I was talking to this woman on the all joking aside. So they're covering me for the drone. They're sending me $1,700 tomorrow for the drone. And I'm going to buy the different drone this time, because when I bought the last drone, the drone that I bought before, it wasn't as much for vlogging. The new drone I'm going to buy, it's going to have the zoom feature. So I'll be able to, Carlo wanted me to fly the drone around his neighborhood and then look in the neighbors' backyards in the summertime when, everybody is sun tanning, So the new feature was that David. Maybe that was David in Ocean Grove. No, I can't remember. One of the two of them. It was David in Ocean Grove or Carlo in East Melbourne wanted me to get the drone with the zoom feature for the backyard voyeurism. I can't remember which of the two it was that wanted me to do that. But anyway, so I'm gonna get the drone that has that nice zoom feature on it. That's what I'm gonna do. And I may very well go out and buy the drone today. I'm not gonna go back to the waterfall though. No, I'm not going back to the waterfall. But anyway, so that is that's that. They're gonna send me the drone, or send me the money for the drone. So what else is on my mind? You know, I tossed and turned last night with this whole where am I going to go next? What's my next move? And I was looking when you go if you go to realestate.com.au, and just do a search for the entire month of July and specify furnished, okay? Just specify furnished, okay? Furnished apartment. Hi. So just go online, go to realestate.com.au and do a search in Queensland or Brisbane, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just do a search up there and look and see what you can get for a furnished apartment. And they always list it by the week. I don't know why they do that. You're not going to rent it for a week. You're going to rent an apartment for like 3 months or 6 months, but they list it by the week. So I decided to do the conversion, and most of the apartments I was seeing were like $500 a week or $2,000 a month. And I did the conversion to American dollars, and it's about $1,300 a month. So for $1,300 a month, I can get a furnished apartment. And I started looking at what was available for $1,300 a month up on the Sunshine Coast. Maybe do that, and just instead of Queensland, do Sunshine Coast. And I started to look and see what was available for $500 a week up on the Sunshine Coast. And there were some okay places, but a lot of the places that I was seeing were near universities, big buildings, all that kind of stuff. And then, and then I started to think about Fruit and Loop. That's right, Fruit and Loop. I was lying there in bed last night and I had this little vision of every morning Fruit and Loop showing up on the little balcony down in Nelson Bay. Every morning they're probably showing up at about 9 o'clock. They're grooming one another and everything and going like this, and looking inside, wondering where I am. So I changed my search on realestate.com.au. I changed my search to Nelson Bay. Oh, goodness gracious. There were some beautiful, beautiful rentals. So what are you up to today? Yeah. So I changed my search to Nelson Bay, and there were a lot of beautiful rentals furnished, nicer than the one I had before. Right there, like on Little Beach. Remember Little Beach? I would walk to Little Beach every night. I'd go do my walk to Little Beach. And so anyway, that's kind of the situation right now. I'm supposed to check out of here tomorrow morning. It's Thursday here, Wednesday night for you folks. I'm supposed to check out of here tomorrow morning. I'm going to check out of here tomorrow morning on it'll be Friday morning. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to sit here. I think I'm going to stay here in Armadale for 2 or 3 more days. And I'm going to give it some thought because I've got to go north or south. If I go north, it's going to be warmer. You're going to have warmer weather if I go north, if I go north, it's going to be warmer weather. But I don't know necessarily about the places. If I go south, the weather's not all that bad, north or south. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're talking a difference of 5 degrees, maybe 5 or 6 degrees. But if I go south, I'm going back to familiar territory. So I don't know. But what I'm going to do, and I would welcome your feedback. I would welcome any and all of your feedback. Any of you Aussies, out there. I should say any of you fellow Aussies. I was talking to the lovely Denise, yesterday, and in the conversation, she she referenced we. You know, we are in a different situation down here, and it was inclusive. You know, like I felt included in the term. So I should say, any of you fellow Aussies out there, if you have any ideas for me, if you have any ideas for me where to go or whatever, then I'm all ears, so to speak. I don't want to go to necessarily a densely populated area. I'd rather go to someplace even like Bright. Remember Bright up in the Victorian Highlands? But down here, you want to stay away from Victoria right now, unfortunately, because they're having no, not the best of situations. Poor Victorians, you know, poor, poor Victorians. Oh, goodness gracious. But anyway, so we will see. We will see. If I go up to Queensland, then that opens up the border. They opens up the possibility to go into other territory, or other states like Northern Territory, or even South Australia. So, mm, Sectoria, Sectoria. What is Sectoria? Okay, we'll talk about that. Oz, was it you that wanted me to get the drone with the zoom feature to go in and over your neighbors' backyards? Was that you, Oz? I can't remember if it was you or David, that said, Tom, you should have gotten the drone with the zoom feature to go over my neighbors' backyards in the summer when they're, was that David? You think so? I don't remember. But anyway, all right. All right, I need to get on with my day. So everybody out there, have a have a great day. Take good care, all right? Bye-bye.